So the race for the top four is definitely on. Hello guys and welcome to Dreaming as Possible here with Chesterfield, and yes, the race for the top four is, like I say, definitely on. We are going to be playing Arsenal and Wolves in today's episode, and as you can see where Arsenal are sitting over here like in the league and where we are sitting as well, and we've got a game in hand which is like handy along with Arsenal over like the teams above us. So but obviously if Arsenal do beat us, then it puts them on like level points with us. We've got a superior goal difference to every other team around us apart from obviously Liverpool that sits at the top of the table. Everton have moved themselves into second place. Manchester United have had a bit of a wobble and they've slipped down into third, but yeah, it's between. Would you say Southampton was still in with a shout? I suppose you'd probably say so. West Ham maybe a little bit too much, but yeah, it's probably on realistic terms. You'd say Man City, Arsenal, ourselves, and Tottenham definitely are all the teams going for that final spot. But then again, the way that Man United have been in the like I say, they've down to 8 games they've lost now. They could slip into that top four, talk, you know what I mean? But anyway, we've got Wolves also to play, and as you can see where Wolves are sitting, not having the best of seasons, down in 19th, so they're going to be fighting for survival. Every point is definitely necessary. I'd say that West Brom has definitely gone. I can't see them turning things around there. I think they're too far away, but Wolves have still got a chance, and if they get a win against us, then yeah, they would definitely appreciate that. We wouldn't, you know what I mean? But there we are. Some other games that we obviously have played, as you can see, just above here, you know what I mean? We played Brighton, battered them 6-0, and we played Burnley, beat them 3-1. I don't think there was any other. Just want to double check in the actual. Was there any other games? Oh, we did beat Manchester United. Wait a minute. Where were we? Yeah, we beat Manchester United in a thriller. Yeah, totally forgot about that one. But yeah, it was because we were on a bit of a bad run, weren't we? And the last episode was obviously the cup ones, which we bowed out of both competitions. But we knew that March was going to be a tough month anyway. But the game against Manchester United, I'll just quickly show you here. We were totally in control of this game. We were leading 4-0. 4-0. We actually scored 5. Verskogen actually scored a 5th, but it was chalked off by VAR. And then all of a sudden, a couple of late substitutions from Manchester United, and I don't know, they suddenly got back into it, and it got a little bit hairy towards the end. But there we go. We managed to get back on winning ways with a result against Manchester United, and it's sort of I think it just rebuild our confidence, you know what I mean? And then we played Brighton, and then we played Burnley, which were both teams that are down near the bottom, which was, I think, just great that we managed to get those results. Can we continue that again, like I say, with Arsenal and Wolves in today's episode? So here are the two lineups, and you'll probably be a little bit shocked by the fact that I'm going with the 4-3-3. Only reason being is it's I've been playing it in the last sort of 3 games and just hoping that maybe the players are preferring this kind of formation. We'll see. If it continues to do really well, then I might, looking forward, this could be the formation for next season, and we'll see how things go, which was obviously it's going to maybe upset a few of the wingers, at the club, because obviously they might not get obviously the game time that they're wanting. But anyway, we've got Timo Horn in goal. We've got Ollie Clay, Arifi, Tisserand and Marsden are going to play as the back four. Dreyer is going to be captain in the middle of Nkunku and Ben Clay, and then we've got Appleby, Verskogen and Ollie Watkins. It's up top. If you're wondering, Charlie, where you are picked up an injury, yes, and you're going to be out for 4 to 5 weeks with that injury. So first highlight, it's Arsenal on the attack here as Bellerin goes down this right-hand side for them, finds Chiesa. Dispossessed by Dreyer though. Watkins now picks this up and we can get maybe a bit of a counter-attack going as we push forward. Ollie Watkins now, can he find anyone in the box? He just looks up and picks out Verskogen, and he is on a bit of a roll. Like I say, he got 4 goals in that Manchester United match, and it has boosted his confidence massively. He just had a great game against Manchester United. I mean, I know it was a couple of games ago because we played Burnley and Brighton in between, but yeah, his confidence is definitely boosted, and it's good to see that all our strikers, apart from obviously Charlie because he's out injured, are doing really well at the moment. Here is Tim Woods, ex-player, plays over the top here, but he plays it straight to one of his former teammates, and Saka goes for it but blocked. Verskogen's there, lays it off to find Ben Clay now. Can you play this ball through? He's got Ollie Watkins ahead, but then he's going to play. He has found Watkins now. Oh, that's a super. If he's onside, this is. Oh, it's not. Is it? Yeah, it's offside. I was going to say it was a lovely late ball, but he just waited it too long. Yeah. It was a nice idea, but he just waited too long. Watkins wanted it like sooner. You could see that he was looking, and he was wanting it a little bit sooner, but not to be. Turns inside. Here is Tim Woods. Goes across to this far hand side. Again, he found Ollie Clay. He needs to be passing to an Arsenal player. And he plays for Arsenal now, Tim. There you go. As Chiesa now picks this ball up. Tim Woods now has found an Arsenal player. He found Bellerin. Plays this inside. Chiesa's there. And Chiesa has equalised for Arsenal. And blasts that one in. And we just didn't see the run of him. It didn't pick him up. Yeah, as you can see here, we just let Chiesa just amble himself nicely into the box in loads of space here, and it was a little bit too late in trying to challenge it, as one of our players was stumbling there to try and get across to Chiesa, who wasn't able to block it in time. So it's Arsenal again. It seems to be the every time we go to a highlight, it's always them, and it's Law this time, and Arsenal have boosted their confidence, and there's a chance here for Guri, and they have now taken the lead. So a quick turnaround for them. And things have suddenly took a sour taste in the mouth for us. Just not dealing with it here on this side. Harry Marsden not dealing with Law when he should have done. And is allowed him to get that ball in. And good goal from Guri. Hits it on the volley, and we just stood there watching. And yeah, we need to sort stuff like that out. Otherwise we're going to get punished on a regular basis. I don't know what primarily why I've signed Upamecano, really, to sort stuff like that out. And I've only just noticed we've only had one shot in this whole game, even though we are playing this 4-3-3 formation, it's not particularly worked out well. In this particular game, we're not creating enough chances at all. I thought it would have done, but yeah, maybe we have to look for a different tactic because things are not going our way. So I'm going to change things at half time here. I am going to change the tactic. I'm going to bring Keena on and play in that cam role. He's going to come on. The captain, actually, Luke Dreher, not playing particularly well with a 6.4. Albie's also not playing well, but because I'm changing the formation, I'm going to see if Albie plays a little bit better out on this wing. If he doesn't, then we can obviously bring. We've got numerous wingers that we can bring on. I mean, it's always Sod's Law, isn't it? At the beginning of the game, I said how that formation's been doing as well, and it's you goes to watch, and it turns out to be a poor formation, doesn't it? That's just typical, isn't it? As the two Clay brothers, they're working well together. As Ollie Clay plans Ben Clay, being put under a lot of pressure here from Arsenal. Tisserand now finds Arifi. There's Nkunku now, goes over the top, not able to get there. I hope he will bring this down. Arifi now plays this out here to Ollie Clay. Inside, finds Nkunku. Played forward. Not able to find anyone there with that ball. It's poor. Come on, guys. I mean, we just literally just got things. I don't know what it is, but whenever you load Football Manager back in, sometimes you lose the how the team's playing, and we've just conceded another goal and Chiesa's in, and we're being shown up here. It's just weird when you load the game back in after you've not played it for a couple of days or something. The team just plays differently, and we should have just kept with the momentum. I should just play, never switch it off, but it was just poor from Tisserand. He's gone to head it, completely missed it. Chiesa's there, and we're in a lot of trouble now as we lose him by 3-1. Ollie Clay now pushes this one forward. Verskogen trying to hold the ball up, not able to. Nathan Ake now has come on for Arsenal down the line to find Maddison, and he's managed to get through here. And it's James Maddison. He's gone all the way, but this time Timo Horn does keep hold of it, but we're not creating any clear-cut chances whatsoever. Like I say, one shot on target. It's all we've had. It's the goal as well, and it's just been a really, really poor showing here at the Emirates. 3-1 to Arsenal. A shocking performance from us, really was. I thought after we got off to such a good start with Verskogen but I don't know, it just didn't materialise. It was terrible. I don't understand why we suddenly played really well, to get the goal and we were leading, to suddenly come away with a 3-1 deficit. I don't get that. And the fact that we created absolutely nothing, I don't know, a scratch my head moment, that one. So the battle for the top 4 will continue, and Arsenal obviously benefited massively from that result. Luckily for us, Bournemouth have done us a favour by holding up Manchester City. I suppose that that's something, because we could have had Manchester City also breathing down our necks as well. Yeah, it's Wolves next, and I've got a feeling that's going to be another tough game because they're fighting for relegation, and yeah, we've got to try and get something from that game. So just before we go into the Wolves game, I just wanted to show you, like, you know, maybe we picked up like injuries and stuff like that, just to showing you like how, like, you know, it's pretty dire, like over here. Like I say, like Cruz has got an injury, Charlie Lawrence has also got an injury, Richard Wyatt we know has got injury as well. We've got players coming back from injury, so like Patrick O'Hanlon, he's not fully fit, as you can see on the bench, but he's only just come back from an injury. We've got obviously players out on loan as well, and so it's looking a little bit sort of like, you know, as we come to the end of the season, a little bit sort of like, ooh. But yeah, just wanted to like let you guys know, like, that I am not picking these players because they are got injuries. That's the whole point of why I'm saying it. Just to give you a quick look at the Wolves side before we do get into the game, as you can see, Oxlade-Chamberlain there, they've got Catrone, they've got some decent players, we've got Cancelo there as well, Maric in goal. A player that we've actually signed is this centre-back here, Danso. I've actually signed another centre-back, yes, Kevin Danso. I've signed him as well. He's not going to be as prolific as maybe as what Upamecano is, but as you can see, yeah, not too bad a player, but he's going to be just more of a just a more experienced, like, you know, player that to have, like, you know, better to have on the bench than say some of the players that I have got at centre back. It seems to be an issue in the side that we are kind of struggling a little bit with, so that is why I've managed to pick him up. He was transfer listed, as you can see, 21 million. That's what I spent for him. Yeah, I think that, you know, with the amount of money that we've got, that's a bargain really. So, Pro X Stadium will be expecting, after that poor performance against Arsenal, we'll be hoping to bounce back against Wolves, but as like I say, it's going to be a tricky one. Here are Wolves now with Tanso taking the throw in. We've managed to get the head away, and Watkins now surges forward now. Still going. Ollie Watkins still going. They're standing off him, and he poor effort, poor choice on where he was going. I think it would have been better going for the other post rather than going for that near post. If you look at the league table, you'll see Tottenham have already played, and so we've got the opportunity of jumping back into full spot here if we can get the result. Headed on for Verskogen now. Can he keep control of the ball? He can. Looking for Neto. Finds Garber now. Pushes into the box. Can he pull this one back? He's gone himself. Why doesn't he just pull that back? He's managed to win a corner, but I don't know how he's trying to like squeeze that one in. Ollie Clay puts this one in. Maric is able to take that out of the air, no problem. So we're at half time. It's 0-0 and it's fairly even, but Wolves are controlling this game. I don't know why we've suddenly... where that's suddenly disappeared. Well, why is our possession... I've not changed any tactics for our possession to suddenly like disappeared, but for some reason we're giving up possession against teams that we're playing, like, and I'm not sure why that is. So we'll see if we can do a little bit better in the second half, because that first half was very poor. Chance here from a free kick as Ben Clay steps over this one, and we know what he can do, and he has done it as he's put that one in. Great strike there, keeper didn't even move. Ben Clay gets another good free kick from him. It's just the way that it curls away here, and the keeper, I don't know, he's not even made an attempt there. I don't know why, but didn't even bother to like move. But yeah, we've now just took the lead. Thrown down here, chance for Shabani to maybe get someone in the box, but it's only, well, there's the equaliser from, yeah, Schlager. I'm not sure how you say that, but there we go. Yeah, that's just poor again from us. It's this initial ball in here, and what is that? Is that supposed to be an attempt at an tackle? That was just terrible, and I don't understand why it seems to be always where Harry Marsden is at left back. I do not know, because it seems to be Ben Clay that's having to fill in at left back all the time. So I'm making changes for the mainly because of stamina. We got the two fullbacks there, Marsden and Ollie Clay, both like on low stamina, so that's the reason why. Janssen's going to come out onto this right hand side. He can play there, so that's what he's done. So Bucci has come on, and so has O'Hanlon. So it's changed at the back four, which is kind of a little bit risky when you've got like a different back four on. But yeah, I'd rather have them on. And looks like Ollie Watkins is tired as well. So let's move Garber over there, and we'll bring Neto on, and that is just literally throwing all our eggs out there. You know, let's go for it. Like, you know, we've got nothing else to lose, have we? We're trailing. Well, not trailing, but we're drawing when we should be winning. So here is Martin Neto as he plays this one out here to find Janssen playing in that right back role, which might not work. Pedro Neto now puts it across. Garber's headed it back rather than, I don't know what he was trying to do there, but O'Hanlon now Plays this one across. It comes to Garber. And eventually we find it. That was a very scrappy goal. Like, it wasn't very... I don't know what is wrong with our players at the moment, but they're not like fluid as like what I'm used to. They're normally playing a lot better. Yes, we haven't got the best players on. We've got injuries and stuff, so maybe that's got... but just hitting to the back of Vescogan, what on earth was that supposed to be? I don't know. But luckily it's fell nicely to Pedro Neto, and yeah, we are now leading. Got 5 minutes of injury time. I'm not sure whether there'll be another highlight or not. There is, and it's probably going to be the equaliser for Wolves, because that seems to have been the way that this game has gone. As Horn comes across, and he does like manage to grab that from his defender that was nearly clattered into him. And he rolls it out here to Bucci. Now goes long with it. Finds Keener. Here is Pedro Neto. Going forward, still going. Can he finish it off? He can't with a shot like that. It's terrible. Well, there's no hurry here from Maric, considering they need to get something here. There wasn't any real hurry to get rid of that, was he? But it's come back to us here as Martin Neto plays that over. Garber's now into the box, but he's like just played it off the plate. That's fine. We'll waste some time and play it out for a corner. No problem. As Garber puts this one in, goes to the far stick. It's not been able to find anyone, but it comes here to Bo Janssen, and there we go. 3 points at ours as Vescogan heads that one in, and he's managed to get his 13th of the season. Like I say, ball comes in from the corner. Bucci was under pressure. Dendonka manages to get it. Comes straight out to Janssen, and yeah, Vescogan heads it in. Nice ball in actually from Janssen, as you'll see here, and it was close on the offside. Surprised they didn't call it and say that one of our other players was offside, but luckily they didn't. But there we go. Better-ish performance. It wasn't brilliant, but it's 3 points and that's it. And Wolves will probably be slightly disappointed, I suppose. I don't know, but we managed to change things a little bit better in regards to the possession. We got a hold of the ball a little bit better in that second half and stuff, and I wasn't convinced by the win, if you know what I mean. We didn't play particularly well, but I'll take the 3 points, and it's ours to throw away. If we win the remaining 4 matches, then yeah, we've got Champions League football next season, and there's nothing that Tottenham can do about it unless they win their games by an amazing scorelines, which I can't see. We've got a 15 goal swing in our favour, and but we're going to come back probably for the last 2 games of the season, I would imagine. Yeah, Newcastle, Southampton will be the final 2 games of the season in the next episode. But there we go, guys. Yeah, thank you, like I say, as always, for tuning in. It means a lot, that you do so, and hopefully we can maybe wrap things up by the time the next episode comes around, by beating West Ham and Villa, but you don't know. But it all could come down to that final game against Newcastle to see whether we get 4th spot. But tune in for that one if you don't mind, guys, and that'd be awesome. One of those is appreciated as always. And I will catch you on the next episode, guys. Dave from Mumongu Gaming signing off. Cheers.